Good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in your part of the world. This is King B with another important video for you. Well, 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 look at this title. U.S. tests first cloud powered sun blocker tech to fight global warming. Very, very interesting. Now, if you don't know, you should know they already have tech that make clouds and spraying their chemicals, and they already have machines and tech that can do this. But this particular one is supposed to uh, block out the sun. Why do you want to do that? They're citing global warming, but they want it cold. They want it cold, and they're already using some of this technology. For example, just out in Nevada, it was just in the upper 70s yesterday. Today, it's in the low 50s, right? I believe that broke a record or close to breaking a record. That's a 20-degree drop in temperature. Do you think that was natural? I watched them make the clouds, how the planes fly in formation, make the big giant X in the sky. They fly planes at different altitudes, and they all spraying. They spraying layers because they're fighting against the sun. The sun is their enemy. Ask yourself why. Do you really think it has to do with global warming? There's a reason for why they're doing what they're doing, right? Who was it? Wasn't it Bill Gates who said something a couple years ago about seeding clouds to block out the sun? Why do they want to block out the sun so much? Right? The sun makes it possible for us to grow our foods. It's a sustainer of life. It sustains life, gives energy, life. Right? So when you talk about blocking out the sun, you want it cold. Right? You want death. Because without the sun, nothing's going to grow. The plants won't grow. It makes it harder to grow food. Right? It seems to me, it sounds, like they're fighting. Their fight is against nature. They're fighting against nature ascending. They don't want that. You think I sound crazy? Do your research. Look into how they've been burning rainforest. Do you know the rainforest across the world is responsible for at least 60% of our oxygen? Because you know that. If you don't know, the trees make the oxygen for us. As we breathe, the trees take our where we breathe in out, breathe and make oxygen. That's basic science, right? So what do you think is going to happen as they continue to burn and destroy rainforests? Because that hasn't always been a natural occurrence. If you look into it, how they've been burning rainforests with their DEW weapons, direct energy weapons that they use. Right? shooting their lasers down and burning rainforests, burning the trees. How about how they can use their direct energy weapons and heat up the water and cause a hurricane and steer that hurricane to where they want it to go. If what I'm saying right now sounds crazy to you, then you don't know what's going on. You're not aware at all at what's been happening, because I'm telling you right now, every disaster, some of those disasters have been caused by these devils. It's not always nature. It's not always nature that's doing it. Okay? Let's get into this. All right. This is for those of you, for those who like to say everything is a conspiracy theory. Oh no, it's conspiracy theory. These people are crazy. They don't know what they're talking about. Conspiracy theory. You think so? Do your research. Here's some information for you. The Earth's soaring temperature levels have pushed scientists to explore various alternatives, including techniques to deliberately slow the planet's warming. Recently, U.S. researchers conducted the first outdoor test of a cloud brightening technique that deflects sunlight and may temporarily cool the planet. So again, they want to make it cold, right? They want to keep the energy low. When you talk about heat and heating up, you're talking about vibration. This is all about energy. The vibration, vibrating at a faster vibratory rate is what makes it hot. Heats up. They want to make it cold. Why? To benefit who? Is it really about global warming? I don't think so. This innovative geoengineering method is called marine cloud brightening, and it may allow clouds over the ocean to reflect more sun rays light back into space. A team of researchers led by the University of Washington conducted these experiments to assess the efficiency of their technology in the San Francisco Bay Area. They can do whatever they want to do. They can't stop what's happening. They can't stop or prevent what's about to happen. This is about them wanting to, going down, kicking and screaming. It's not going to work. It's like all the poison the air, the food, the water, the soil. I can't talk about it enough. Right? So their futile war against nature. That's what this is about. Cloud geoengineering. Clouds naturally reflect sunlight into space. The team is testing this technique to intentionally amplify this natural phenomenon, effectively bouncing more sunlight away from our planet. So, how does marine cloud brightening work? To enhance their brightness or reflectivity power, they injected sea salt particles or aerosols into low-lying clouds over the ocean. This in turn reduces the amount of sunlight absorbed by the Earth, leading to a cooling effect. This process of bouncing solar energy back into space is sometimes known as solar radiation modification or solar geoengineering. The team used a specialized sprayer on the deck of the aircraft carrier Hornet to release microscopic sea salt particles into the air. In large-scale versions, ships will be equipped with massive spray machines to inject particles into the air. As per the New York Times, the team also evaluated the machine's capability to spray the right size salt aerosols into the air consistently. The correct droplet size is critical to achieving the appropriate cloud reflectivity. Smaller droplets indicate better reflectivity, but larger drops may result in lesser reflectivity of the sun rays. So look what's happening now. Look what they're doing with when it comes to this upcoming total solar eclipse. Not only are they firing 3 rockets into the upper atmosphere, they're also releasing balloons, and these balloons are carrying chemicals that will the balloons release these chemicals into the atmosphere as well. You know, so ask yourself, why are they doing all this? And by the way, they released these same type of balloons that release chemicals during the 2017 total solar eclipse. Okay. A channel to check out is and I want to shout out JWTV who dropped some real important videos. He was able to get inside information about their plans and what they've been doing. So shout out to JWTV. Head on over to that channel and watch his videos. Okay? To find out more about what I'm talking about. Right? Let's continue. This technique may cause potential side effects. While marine cloud brightening holds promise, it's not without concerns. Some scientists are highly skeptical of this cloud brightening process, particularly when applied at a larger planetary scale. This geoengineering approach has the potential to influence climate patterns, including changes in ocean circulation and precipitation patterns. Even the team behind this technique testing has stated that they are studying the potential side effects of this method. Scientists are working to grasp the entire scope of this technology via thorough study and analysis. Sarah Doherty, an atmospheric scientist and director for the university's Marine Cloud Brightening Program, mentioned that it's vital to explore and test the feasibility of such intervention technologies in case society needs them. The goal of the MCB program is to understand whether it might even be possible to predictably and reliably brighten low marine clouds, and if so, how doing this in different regions of the globe would affect temperatures, precipitation, and climate both globally and locally, as well as any other possible side effects, said Doherty. As atmospheric scientists, we think it's critically important that society has the answers to these questions before making any decisions about whether or not to actually use marine cloud brightening in an effort to reduce climate risks, she added in the press release. Nevertheless, the best way, hands down, to mitigate rising temperatures is to halt the use of fossil fuels which emit planet-warming gases into the atmosphere. With the unabated emissions, the target of limiting Earth's global temperature rise to a reasonably safe threshold of 1.5 degrees Celsius over pre-industrial levels is slipping away. And that's the end of the article. So, for those out there who like to say, label everything as a conspiracy theory, or label someone a conspiracy theorist, again, the information is out there. You can't deny the truth. I'll tell you what, the age right now that we are in, it's about truth. The truth is coming out. A lot of questions are about to be answered. A lot of questions are about to be answered. Right? And we are fast approaching the moment when no one will be able to deny the truth about what's going on and what has been going on, and the real war that we're facing. Right? The real war is a spiritual war, not a physical one. Okay? So for those of you who are still in denial, it's best that you learn this, right? They're going down kicking and screaming, folks. Everything that they're doing. Because they've been spraying and making these clouds. I watched them do it. Others watched them do it, document it. There's videos out there. Flying their planes at different altitude levels, spraying their poison. They already have cloud making technology. Everything they're doing. Again, this upcoming total solar eclipse, they're going to shoot 3 rockets in the air and release these high altitude balloons with chemicals on them. And now they're testing this. Ask yourself if what they're doing already is working and successful, they wouldn't need to do this. They're just adding on. Okay, this not working. Let's try something else. This not working. Let's try this. They're scrambling in fear because their time is done. It's over. Right? They're scrambling. If you do something, and if what you're doing is working, there will be no need to figure out something else or come up with another idea, theory, and test it out. If what you're doing is already working, that's the reason why you see a lot of millionaires and multi-millionaires and billionaires, CEOs of major corporations have been stepping down since 2019, 2020, building their or going into their underground bunkers or currently building underground bunkers to hide out, thinking that they're going to be saved. All they got to do is go in their fancy underground bunker, deep underground, and they're going to be safe. While the rest of us poor, insignificant folks suffer. At least that's the thinking. They're wrong though if they think that's what's going to happen. That they're going to just rot it out underground until everything is done, until it's safe. Or they're going to go through some portal, go someplace else. If what I'm saying sounds crazy to you or weird, do your research. Do your research. So all you got to do your research. Look it up for yourself. That's all I have to say on the matter. Look it up for yourself. Do your research. Before you criticize someone, what someone else is saying, do your research. Look it up for yourself. Get informed before talking against what someone else is saying. That's all. We're at war, people. Right? It's up to you to wake up and realize what's the real war and who the real war is against. But everything they're doing or have been doing, it's not working. Whatever they come up with, it's not going to work. They know this. I just read it in the article. They're not even sure this is going to work. They're not confident that what they're testing this sun blocker tech is going to work. They're not confident. In fact, it sounds like they know it's not going to work. But guess what? They're willing to still do it. And besides the risk, they're ignoring the risk of what can happen. Never mind, they're not even worrying about the risk and knowing that it's not going to work. They already know it's not going to work, but they're going to do it anyway. They don't care how many lives they put at risk. Like I said in previous videos, they don't care about them. They don't care about us. They don't. What are you giving your energy to? What are you paying attention to? Are you distracted? Are you distracted? What are your distractions right now? Again, if what I'm talking about, or what I'm saying, if what I'm saying in this video sounds weird to you, then you're too distracted. You're paying attention to the wrong things. It's my opinion. That's my opinion. You don't know what's going on. Well, quickly, you need to start doing your research now, ASAP. If what I'm saying sounds weird to you or strange to you, if I sound, crazy, right? I'll say it again. What they've been doing and what they plan on doing, it's not going to work. They know it's not going to work, but they're going to go down kicking and screaming. They already got their fancy bunkers prepared. Those who haven't, they got backup underground bunkers. But isn't it written in scripture that in those days they will go to the mountains and ask the mountains to cover them, to save them? They would flee. And what are they doing? Again, underground bunkers, because they know what's coming. The problem is that too many of you don't know, because you haven't been paying attention. You're busy paying attention and giving your energy to all the distractions out there. That's the issue. That's the problem. Right? That's the problem. So get informed, do your research. There's a lot going on in society. There's a lot going on with this realm that many call a planet. There's a lot going on with the sun, or suns, plural, because there's more than one sun. Again, if that sounds weird to you, this guy, what are you talking about, more than one sun? Do your research. Look at the moon. The moon has been doing cartwheels for a few years now. Look up, do your research and look into the different phases of the moon and see if you see a phase of the moon look like it's smiling. Right? That's not that wind. That's not normal. See if you see anything about the moon doing almost like a quarter turn. How do I know this for sure? Because I've been paying attention and tracking the moon and watching the moon. All you got to do is go outside, look at the moon. It's best to do when the moon is out at nighttime. These days, it's normal for the moon to be out during the daytime, along with the sun. Again, that's not normal. Look at the craters and the spots on the moon. Make note of it. Then come back about 2-3 hours later, look at the moon again, and you will find that the moon has turned. Almost like a quarter turn or more. That's not normal. So when it comes to this total solar eclipse, I've been tracking the moon. The moon has been coming up. The moon appeared later than it did yesterday and previous days today. The moon came up about 5 o'clock. I believe it was in wax, or it could have been wane. I get a little mixed up with which one is wax and which one is wane. But so I watched the moon, and it's also moving, coming up further. It started out southeast, is moving further north, east rather. And it came up around 5 o'clock. In previous days, the moon was coming up 4 o'clock or before 4 o'clock. Today, 5 a.m., the moon appeared. And when the moon appeared, I watched it like I normally do, and a shadow appeared over the moon. And it was weird because the very top of the moon, something cut off, a shadow appeared over the moon like a line, a horizontal line, a horizontal shadow, right almost to the top, at the top of the moon, but not quite at the top, because right on top of the shadow, I was able to see part of the moon lit up. And of course, underneath that horizontal shadow, the rest of the moon. Then it went away, the shadow. Then the shadow came back, and I watched it completely overtake the moon and cover up the moon. Now, according to science and what was taught and what is taught in schools, that's just the shadow of the earth that's covered up the moon. Not from what I was looking at. Not from what I was looking at. So I stood and I watched the moon slowly disappear. Right? So I'm real curious. I will be looking tomorrow and Sunday, because I'm tracking this moon, because I'm curious. There's some theories out there that it's not the moon that's covering the sun that's causing the total solar eclipse. It's another planetary body, or even another sun, or some say it's a black sun. And I'm curious. The only way to determine this for sure is to track the moon, like I have been doing. I'm sure I should not be the only one doing it. I'm sure there's others. But in order to know for sure, it's just to go out there and look and track the moon. So again, the moon is moving further, is coming up further east now instead of southeast. And today, the moon appeared around 5 a.m. So I'm curious, and then it disappeared fast, like real quick. Something completely covered up the moon, and it wasn't the shadow caused by the earth, by the way. Again, how did I determine it wasn't the shadow of the earth? Because the first shadow was a horizontal line that went straight across the top of the moon, but it didn't cover the top of the moon completely. There was a piece of the moon at the very top that was still showing, as well as the most of the bottom of the moon. Then it went away, and then it completely covered up the moon, and the moon went completely black. It was gone. No, it was not, and no, it wasn't a cloud. Okay? But I say again, before challenging what I'm saying or others who are making content talking about this, go out there and look and do your own research, and then come back, see what you find. Go and look for yourself. Don't take anyone's word for it. Just go and look. That's all you got to do. Go and look. Right? That's all you have to do. Okay? But anyway, this is King B. Be safe out there. Stay informed. Love yourself. Keep your loved ones close. Watch each other's backs. Have daily conversations. Talk about these issues. Make plans and talk about your plans. Make more than one. We have a plan A, plan B, a plan C, a plan D. All right? Watch the babies. Protect the children at all costs. See you in the next video. Peace.